Allison here with the Oh So Sensitive channel, and today I am doing a multi-review of 4 high-end niche perfumes. They are City of Jasmine by Alcabra Perfume, which I've already done an extensive review on, so that one's going to be kind of a quick review. Mula Mula by Byron Parfums, Creed Royal Oud, and Fort and Manly Amber Absolutely. These are perfumes that are pretty expensive, usually out of my reach financially. I am a grad student who is only working part-time, but the fragrance community is really amazing. People in the fragrance community are so sharing and so giving and so kind, and I am able to review and experience these perfumes because of that giving, kind nature in our community. So if you're interested in this review, then please stay tuned. Even though I mentioned City of Jasmine first, I'm going to review it last because, again, I've already talked about this perfume extensively in a dedicated video, which I will connect you all to as an option through a card up here. So first I'm going to start with Fort and Manly, and this is Amber Absolutely. I have my little fragrance cards here. They're not real cards, they're pieces of paper that I cut up in the shape of cards. But I am almost out of this perfume. There it is, half of it got on my hand. Didn't really mean for that to happen, but let's go. So I've sprayed it. This one is true to the name. It's very ambery. I love amber as a base in perfumes. Don't know that I necessarily want an amber bomb perfume when it comes to what I would wear. And this is an amber bomb. So I have all my little screens and tabs ready to explain these to you. Again, this is by Fort and Manly. It is marketed as unisex for women and men. And this is considered an oriental fragrance, and it was launched in 2016. The nose behind this perfume is Rase Fort. Don't know if I'm saying his name right, but the top notes are plum and blackcurrant. I love blackcurrant. I also love plum. I've never had a perfume that had plum and blackcurrant. I usually have plum perfumes or blackcurrant perfumes, but never both. The middle note is rose, just a simple rose in the middle. The base notes are musk, amber, benzoin, cedar, vetiver, and labdanum. That base is very masculine, in my opinion. Very masculine, but again, this is marketed as unisex. Since it's dried down some, honestly, the amber just gets stronger. Like, this is so intensely amber, and this is a heavy perfume. When it comes to perfume that are the colognes that men wear, because honestly this smells like something that I would love to experience on a guy, or prefer to experience on a guy. Let me dial back that love word. But I would prefer to experience this on a guy instead of on a woman. But the thing is, most colognes, perfumes, whatever marketed to men, I don't really like. I actually prefer fresh fragrances. Like, one of my favorites is Eternity from Calvin Klein, or Eternity Moment, I think it is. But I tend to like fresh, like citrusy and minty, and maybe even lavender. Yeah, definitely lavender. I love lavender, citruses, mints, even maybe perhaps eucalyptus when I think of what I want to smell on a man. I don't really like the perfumes that are super popular as far as the ones that are usually marketed towards men. I like the way they smell, because I've smelled some that in the bottle, in the tester, I'm like, oh, that smells nice. I see why some would like that. But every single time I've smelled those same colognes on a man, usually at church is where I usually bump into men, and I smell these fragrances on them, I'm just like, oh, okay, he's wearing that Giorgio Armani cologne, or he's wearing that Versace cologne that I sampled the other day, and it smells good. I see why he likes it, but I don't usually like it. And honestly, that's how I feel about this. I get the appeal, but I don't really like it. It's not my style. It's definitely not my style to wear. I don't smell any of the blackcurrant, any of the plum. If I smelled the plum and the blackcurrant, I would love this more. But the blackcurrant and the plum are in the top. I would say they fade quickly. They fade before I even smell them. So Fort & Manley's Amber Absolutely. I get the appeal, but it's not for me. Okay, I am back. I have some tea bags here to try and cleanse my nose palette. It would be better if I had coffee, but I don't drink coffee enough to keep it in my house. Haven't actually drunk coffee in a while. I used to be an avid coffee drinker, but I've given it up because it's just not worth the side effects. I'm real jittery. It takes forever for me to fall asleep. My stomach hurts a little bit. I'm cramping. It's just not worth it. It was worth it when I couldn't seem to get my butt into bed and I was super tired in the morning. But since I've given up coffee, I don't have that issue anymore. Okay. Ooh. Alrighty. So next up we have Creed Royal Oud. I can already tell you that I like this perfume. I smelled this last night again. I've smelled it other times before that. When I got, it didn't spray where I thought it was going to spray. Okay. I'm so dramatic, I'm sorry. I got on my hand. Creed Royal Oud smells so good. Let me clear my head immediately because it also gives me a headache. It's really strong. It's just as strong as the Fort & Manley, but I like it better than the Fort & Manley. Okay, so Creed Royal Oud is marketed for men and women also. This is a unisex perfume, but it is from a very famous, renowned, popular, infamous, controversial house. Creed perfumes are very expensive. The reason they are controversial is because of how expensive their perfumes and colognes are. Some people feel like they're not worth the price. Other people feel like they are. I mean, it's your money, you decide. But this is my first introduction to the house of Creed. And if this is anything to judge by, I get the hype. This smells really good, really good. It smells really good. It is almost fresh. That's why I like it more. It's not completely fresh though. Let me tell you the nose. All right, just go ahead and talk about this. This was the nose behind this. If you know anything about Creed, you already know who the nose is. The nose is Olivier Creed, 6th generation. Creed is a multi-generation house. It's been around for a while. This one was launched in 2011 and it is called a Fougere fragrance. I don't know what that is, but once I get the definition, I'll put it right here in the video. If you feel like reading it, you can. But the notes in this, the top notes are lemon, pink berry, and bergamot. Lemon and bergamot, 2 citruses. The middle notes are cedar, galbanum, and angelic root. The base notes are royal Indian oud, sandalwood, and Tonkin musk. So even though it's called oud, royal oud, oud is not the star of this. Oud is kind of a supporting cast member in this. I definitely smell the citruses in here, but not distinctly. The citruses don't stand out. They're blended very well. Everything in here is blended very well. And I love the way it smells. I almost, honestly, when I sprayed it on my skin, should I go ahead and spray it on my skin again? Well, I did by mistake. I love the way it smells on my skin, but not enough to buy it. What I am learning in this perfume journey is just because you love the smell or fragrance of something doesn't mean you should have it for yourself, because perfumes are kind of just like fashion. Someone can have an outfit that looks really good on them. You appreciate the aesthetic of it, but honestly it's not your style. And if you wore it, the outfit would wear you instead of you wearing the outfit, because other people would be able to tell that it's not really you. And that's how I feel about Creed Royal Oud. If I wore this, it just wouldn't mesh well with my vibe. I don't think it would have any problems with my skin chemistry. It works well with my chemistry, but it doesn't work well with my vibe. If you want an example of my vibe, one of my go-to perfumes that I just feel so me when I wear it is Black Opium Floral Shock. That's just an example of my vibe. It's not the only vibe. Another vibe that is so me is Tresor Midnight Rose by Lancome. I like very feminine perfumes. So that's probably why these aren't quite my vibe, because this one is also unisex. But if I smelled it on a guy, I would prefer he only use one spray. Please do not be heavy-handed with this. If you're a guy, if you're anybody, it's strong. You don't need to douse yourself in this. I douse myself in my Black Opium Floral Shock. I douse myself in a lot of my perfumes because they're usually just eau de parfum or eau de toilette concentration. This smells or hits me like it is an extract de parfum. I don't know if that's what it actually is, but that's how it hits me when I smell it. But what I'm saying is this is really strong. The sillage is intense. It kind of takes over from the way I smell it, and so this is another one that I wouldn't really want my man to wear. But if I smelled it on a guy, I would appreciate it. Like, I would be like, I get why you wear that. I wouldn't be offended if I hugged him. I wouldn't be like, ugh, oh my gosh, get away from me. But if I hugged him, I wouldn't be like, oh my goodness. I wouldn't have that reaction to it. So speaking of that reaction, let's go to Moolah Moolah by Byron Parfums. Just gonna be honest with you, that's my reaction when I smelled this. Honestly, the first time I received this package, I received these perfumes in one package from Mr. Cologne on Instagram. But Moolah Moolah, now that one, let me go ahead and pull up my tab on Moolah Moolah. You know, I'm not as organized as I thought I was. I don't have a tab for Moolah Moolah. I have the tabs for the next video I'm going to record. Come on, Byron. Byron! What movie is that from? Okay, so Byron Parfums Moolah Moolah is an oriental spicy fragrance for women and men. Another unisex perfume. It came out in 2018. The top notes are peach, red fruits, saffron, and caramel. The middle notes are cypriol oil or nagaramotha, pink pepper, and ginger. Base notes are agarwood, oud, benzoin, musk, Peru balsam, patchouli, and vanilla. So let me tell you, this already has plenty of notes that I frequently wear. I frequently wear patchouli. I frequently wear vanilla. I don't wear pure patchouli, like pure patchouli oil. No, not gonna happen. But patchouli, I love it mixed with other notes and fragrances. It's especially patchouli and vanilla that tends to work for me. Benzoin, I love benzoin. Ginger, I love ginger. It has that spicy nose clearing smell. I guess you could say fresh, but it's more like it wakes you up. It's refreshing instead of just fresh. This also has peach, red fruits, and saffron and caramel. I love caramel. Honestly, surprisingly, I love saffron. But I love spices. That might be because of just, I love playing with spices when I cook. I really enjoy cooking. I sincerely enjoy cooking. I don't do it every day. I've been doing it every day this summer though. But I usually don't do it every day. But when I cook, I enjoy it. I enjoy playing with spices, throwing a little some in here just to see how it goes. I need to start writing down my concoctions so I can recreate them more easily. But anyway, I digress. Moolah Moolah by Byron Parfums is gorgeous. I can see how this would work on both men and women. Just depends on how your skin emphasizes what and how comfortable you are. That's always the main issue when it comes to perfume. You have to feel comfortable with what you're wearing. You can't spray something on and in your mind you're thinking, oh, this isn't me, but you're trying to force it. That's going to show. So if you spray it on your skin and you love the way you feel when you wear it, you love the vibe it creates for you, whether you're male or female, then wear it. But just off the way that other people judge perfumes, this could work on both men and women in my opinion. There may be a few people who, if they smell this on the man, if they smell the peach and the red fruits and the caramel, they might go, why are you wearing that? That smells like something a woman should wear. But me, if I smelled this on the man, I'm probably just gonna be, I mean, if he was my man, not just any man. If he was my man, I'd be hugging him a long time. This would, I wouldn't even say this is date night fragrance, like if we're out in public. This isn't date night fragrance, this is Netflix and chill fragrance for me. And for me, Netflix and chill is literally Netflix and chilling. It doesn't imply anything else. But during Netflix and chill, I want to cuddle and be held, especially if he's wearing this one. When I tested this out last night, it did last a decent amount on me. I would say it probably lasted about 8 hours. When I woke up in the morning, I still smelled it, but once I took a shower, scrubbed it off, it was gone, which I was glad of, just because I didn't want that to be my scent for the day, and I didn't want it to mix with my Black Opium Floral Shock, which I knew I was going to wear today. But my review on that, my response to Mula Mula, of all of the ones here, 1, 2, 3, 4, number one. That's my number one. That's my number one. Mula Mula by Byron Parfums is my number one, but not to wear it on myself, I don't think. If someone gifted it to me, I would wear it, but it's not on my must-have list. I'll do a separate video perhaps on the perfumes that are on my must-have list, the perfumes I'm trying to save up for and get eventually. Once I save up some money and I'm at a point where I can treat myself to some new perfumes, it won't be Mula Mula. I love the way it smells, but it's just not on my list. Last but not least is City of Jasmine by Algebra Parfums. I have a hard time saying that word correctly. I think just because I don't hear it a lot, but it might be Algebra or Algebra. Algebra. My native language is English. Other languages I've studied, well, the other language I've studied is Spanish. So Spanish and English don't quite prepare me for pronouncing words that are, I guess, Middle Eastern, and Algebra perfumes that feels like a Middle Eastern word, and I just don't have that thing. I don't have it. The City of Jasmine is beautiful. I smelled it before. I did a whole review. City of Jasmine to me is a Chanel level perfume for the niche world. It's higher than Chanel. Chanel is a bit basic, just in the sense that it's very popular. So many people own Chanel perfumes. So many people know Chanel. I have a Chanel that I want to own one day, so I don't say that degradingly. But Chanel doesn't stand out as much as niche does, in my opinion. Niche is usually very different when you compare it to what most people wear. Most people just go to the designer store, the department store, or your retail discount stores for their perfume. And no shade to them, because that's where a lot of my perfumes come from. But in that world of perfumes, your mainstream perfumes, Chanel is at the top. At least some of their older stuff, some of their newer stuff. That Gabrielle perfume, that was disappointing. But in the niche world, even though Algebra Parfums is, I don't think it's as well known based on what I see on social media, but my estimation of it is that it is a Chanel level perfume for the niche world. And what I'm judging that by when I say that is lasting power, intensity, and I don't know the word for this, but a perfume that requires confidence. There may be some perfumes that smell like this. I've seen some reviews where, you know, on Fragrantica, people say, oh, it smells just like XYZ. It does make me think of Leather Ombre, or Ombre Leather by Tom Ford, but it's much better than that. Tom Ford's Ombre Leather left me so underwhelmed. I'll have to try some other Tom Ford perfumes. But there's so much hype about Tom Ford that I thought when I smelled Ombre Leather, I was going to be blown away, and I wasn't. But City of Jasmine does what Ombre Leather should have done when I smelled it. It has a leather note. It has some fruity notes. But it's much more intense, and it's more valuable than the Tom Ford perfume. The Tom Ford perfume, Leather Ombre, is more expensive per ounce, but City of Jasmine is an extract de parfum concentration, while the Tom Ford perfume is eau de parfum. It lasts much longer, the sillage is much greater, and the combination of notes work well together much longer. The Tom Ford Ombre Leather, the combination of notes they don't play well together for long. Certain notes die quickly, and then the sillage dies with it. just as quickly from my experience when I tested it out. But City of Jasmine is my number 2 perfume. I didn't even give you all the basics of what Fragrantica has to say. So this was designed for summertime vibes, which were very hot at the city. It has at the top apple and a mixture of sweet, fruity, and leathery notes. At the heart, rose and jasmine notes. And then at the base, musky vanilla notes. So not a lot of notes are listed here as far as what they publicize. The designer or the nose behind this fragrance is Meltem Akdab. And some people claim that this reminds them of Creed's Aventus. So I think that's why some people aren't that blown away by it, because Aventus came first, and Aventus is very popular, very renowned, almost I could say infamous more than famous at this point. But I've never smelled Aventus, but I know that Aventus is expensive. So if City of Jasmine reminds people of Aventus, it's a great option for people who don't want to pay as much as they would pay for Aventus. But since I've never experienced Aventus, I don't have the bias that some people may have from having smelled Aventus first and then smelled City of Jasmine. To me, City of Jasmine is beautiful, it's amazing, and I love it. So, of these perfumes that I have tested, my number 1 is Mula Mula by Byron Parfums, just because it is still the perfume I would most likely want to experience, not on myself, but I would love to experience that on a man. City of Jasmine is number 2, and the only reason it's number 2 is because the formulation, the concentration, extract de parfum. If I owned this, I could only wear 1 spray. Otherwise, it would give me a headache. That one is beastly. Sillage is intense on my skin, and the performance is intense on my skin. Smells really good, but oh my goodness, it smells so good. Okay, if my man had this, if I had a man, he had this, then yeah, go ahead and wear this with just 1 spray. But 2 sprays and I would get a headache. So that's the only reason it's at number 2 for me, because it would give me a headache. And then number 3 is Creed's Royal Oud. And number 4 is Fort and Manley's Amber Absolutely. And if I'm honest, Amber Absolutely is one that I just honestly don't like. That's one of those where it's like, I get it, but I don't like it. So that concludes this review. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments below some of your favorite niche perfumes that you've experienced. If you've experienced any of these, then go ahead and tell me what you think of them. If you've never experienced niche perfumes, then just let me know if you're even curious about it. Niche perfumes can run really expensive. Do you feel like they're worth the hype as far as like how expensive they are? And do you feel like it's overhyped? Alrighty, thanks for watching. Bye.